So previous class, they were asking, what's your major for these people, right? And to answer that question, the A is saying that I'm majoring in business, right? Right. We've been actually going over many times to um, um, call those kind of majors in Korean, right? And 경영학 is business major, right? Business administration major. Okay, 경영학. And 하고 있어요. 하고 있어요. So 하고 있어요 makes like present tense. Okay. So I think Gabby asked me in our last class. So 하고 is 하고. So when we try to like put the adjective here and put 있어요, that means like you're doing it in this present, right? So 그냥 하고 있어요. It's literally I am doing business. Okay, we're not putting any major in here or anything because the opponent person actually asks you what kind of major you're doing it. So you don't really have to put major there, right? So just simply put I'm doing business. Okay. And the other girl, she's saying that 저도, 저 is me, right? Polite way to present yourself. And 도 is like also, too, right? So like I also business doing. But the interesting is you could actually put 있어요 here, the same as right here. Oh, the reason why you put 있는데 is like she's willing to continue the conversation, right? So, oh really? I'm doing business as well, but the reason why they put the question mark is not really asking the question.
Yeah.
She's willing to continue the.
It's like 왔어?
Yeah, like
what's
up? Yeah.
they're there.
You know they're there. You know, like she's actually arrived. But what do you mean, what's up?
That's my mom. She gets so mad.
Yeah. So like, oh, you're here? Yeah, I'm here. Obviously, you see my distance
so
right
mad.
here. Yeah. Just like different kind of format of language, I think.
Yeah.
It just Korean people likes to confirm, which they already know.
But it's funny because she's talking about herself. Oh, I'm in that class too? Like, am I?
나도 왔어? But so I think this statement related to this kind of form of conversation structure. So there's one saying like Korean people ask 3 times. Okay, the Western people when they ask you something and if you just strongly kind of represent your feeling about it, then you understand, right? Like, hey, do you want some do you want to like bite up this, bread or whatever, cookie or whatever? And if you say no, then I understand. I perfectly understand that you don't want this food. Maybe you're kind of having food sick, or maybe you don't want sweets. I don't know, but I just know that I could assure that you don't want this cookie, right? So, hello. But in Korean society, although I ask you this question, you have to at least ask 2 more times. So total 3 times. Okay, so like, hey, do you want some? Do you want some of this? And if Stephanie say no, then you sure? Then if she say like no and no, then it's done. But let's say like she said no in the very first place. I said you sure it's really good? You don't really want to try this? You sure? And she said okay. And usually Korean people actually take those offers, and they're implicitly kind of deliver the message. If you don't take my offer, then this person could be rude. Yeah, so it's kind of implicit way to deliver the message. Hey, I want to get close to you. Then although you don't want it, you kind of like accept it. Those are kind of a little different culture actually. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have a question, I guess, in the same vein of that. So with the continuing of the conversation area, if you just like instead you like 있어요, like that's seen as maybe a little impolite because it's like cutting off.
So 저도 경영하고 있어요 and the question mark would be kind of a little dumb. It's literally asking that I
Well,
am.
if it was like like a statement, like where it's like, oh, I'm also.
I'm also.
Like 있어요 and just
Yeah, that's it.
So right here.
yeah.
저도 경영하고 있어요.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be kind of seen as like would someone be like, okay?
Oh yeah, me
After
too.
that?
So if you
Yeah, me too.
interpret,
Congratulations.
so if you translate this this very sentence right here, it's not really asking you that I'm doing the business major. Okay, this is only just okay. This is kind of a little different. If you compare to CF in this comparison, if you just what like Gabby actually mentioned about like what's up, right? What's up? Okay, I know you're here, right? And I'm actually asking you, no. That's like just like, oh, you're here. You're here. It's literally in English. You're here and question mark. It's not really asking you. Okay? You're here. It's the tone is a little going up right there, right? I guess Korean people they like to put because Koreans are very flat language. You don't have any like up and down going on. So Chinese people are actually having a lot of hard time to understand Korean. Why you guys don't have like because we are like right? So what's so the reason why the Korean people don't put the reason why we put in like question mark even though it's not a questioning.
It's like your way of putting an accent on it.
Exactly. That's how you actually put the emphasis on. Okay. So and this one, so this you could maybe translate as like questioning, but it's not actually questioning. Just putting the emphasis. Okay. Like what's up? Because if you don't put like question mark right here, if you just put like a period right here, it would be what's up? Okay.
So if she would have said 저도 경학 가고 있어요, it'd be like I'm bored right now.
There'll be because
like it would be off-putting.
Yeah, if you just by putting question mark right there, we'll be making this person is more
like,
interested.
wow.
Yeah, exactly. Making more interested and try to like get engaged into this conversation. Okay, so it's not really question mark. But back to your question, if you put it as 저도 경영학 하고 있어요 and question mark, they're like dumbest kind of question ever, right? That's actually that makes actually questioning, right? So
that's like questioning that you're.
That's not going to be very. That's not going to be like accepted.
Okay.
But 있는데 it makes sense because she wants to engage into this conversation, right? Because by putting this question mark to make this question like a little going up.
So the 있어요 would be like a genuine question. Like you're actually asking.
You'll be actually asking because you're very curious about it. Because you actually wonder about it. Okay? But you don't want to actually ask one wonderful question to yourself, right? Yeah. So the reason why we're putting this question mark right here because you want to put the emphasis.
Rhetorical question.
Was that? Yeah.
It's just a rhetorical question. Is that true?
No, it's not a rhetorical question. It's just
not a question.
It's just not a question at all. It's just making the like this flat characteristic of Korean to go up a little bit at the very end of the day. Okay?
Okay.
Alright? It's just like what's up? Like, Maya just came, right? I could just what's up, Maya? It would be just what's up, Maya? That's it.
Yeah.
It's not really questioning.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's just acknowledging. Okay.
So, quick question with
go ahead.
with this, like this concept, like an example, like if you were talking to someone and they said that they visited Miami and you're like, oh, I'm from Miami, like would you use that same like ending for that?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
나도 마이애미에서 왔는데? Yeah. That's exactly the right expression actually. But in English statement, we only put the question mark, right?
Yeah.
Although it's kind of going out like that because we know how to read it based on the situation, right?
Miami too.
Yeah. But Korean way to kind of say it, like that's exactly the Korean way to like put some English in sentence right there. Oh, you from Miami too? That's like putting the like a question mark right there. That's very Korean English. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Same here again. 아, 그러세요? Oh, really? And this question mark. There's a really question. Are you deaf? You're not deaf. You just want to like continue the conversation right there. Yeah. For real? But you know it. What's going on in here? You're not really asking what's going on here, right? So they try to like make the conversation in a more responsive way, I guess. because like Korean girls are very kind of sensitive to responding. So they like the guy. They like guys that who has like a reaction. Okay. If girls starting the conversation, you have to put something really good like a reaction.
Like I'm really interested in what's going on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You have to show them like with gesture, with like your talking voice or talking tones or nuance. We have to put like all this kind of like a mixture combination to show them. I'm a whole package of like a good reaction. Yeah, yeah. You have to do that.
With a ball on top.
Yeah. All right. So that's what we gotta do. That's why this guy's trying really hard. This Cheon guy, Chad, is doing really, really hard right here. Like, oh, really? That's very interesting. Yeah, right. You're not even interested about like the fact she's majoring in business right here, right? So that's a very kind of Korean way to, have a like successful 소개팅. Okay. All right. And he's actually, going forward. Yeah, he's doing pretty well right here. And he's saying that 우리 is us, 저희 is us, like polite way to say it, right? 저희 통하는데요. 통하다. I'm gonna put the I'm gonna put the like infinite form.
Like, isn't it like we're connected or something like
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
통하다. 통하다 is connect. It's an infinite form. Okay, we're connect. But 통하는데요. Yeah, it's like pretty much like having this kind of tone right here, right? 통하는데요? That means like, oh, we got some connection, right?
Yeah.
A question.
Yeah.
So the particle of the us, like choi, I have a question because sometimes it's a he.
A is he, B is girl, she.
No, I'm talking about like the choi. You know how you're using the H one?
Here.
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 But
This.
sometimes it's with a.
The circle. What do you mean circle?
Like,
you want to show me how to do that? Yeah.
like for example, if I'm saying like 개비의
저의.
어.
Okay, 저의 is like a me, like my like formal way. Okay, so.
How do you distinguish the two? Is it context?
Okay, this is a very good question because like Korean people like to kind of put it as my as our every time. Okay, so 저희 like is very kind of unusual to use it. Even like they say like not my wife, they use like our wife, which is kind of a little messed up. But that's just like it's not really they want to share.
Our razor.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like they're willing to share their properties, but they just wanna
It's more cultural.
it's like cultural based, yeah. Because Korea used to be very, very poor country back in time, and they always share everything, like food, and even when they need like a manpower, they call their neighbor, and they are willing to come over, and they provide their labor for free. And next day, if they need something, they call the neighbor back, and they're happy to come over and help each other. And those kind of like the cultural base actually influence these language structures as well, I think. But in order to translate, 저희 is like my in a formal way to say, okay. But 저희 is our in a formal way to say, all right. Those are gonna that's how you distinguish those two different expressions.
And you said 우리 is like us but informal?
우리, 저희 informal is like casual way to say like our, and 저희 is like a formal way to say our. Go ahead.
So if I'm talking about someone's thing, like if I'm saying like Maya's bag, I say Maya 가방.
Yeah, 마야 가방. Yeah, exactly. Very good. Yeah, it's 마야의 가방. Yeah, that's perfectly right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Possessive. Yeah. Yep. That's how you use this 의. Okay. Okay. But rarely you're gonna see this. Yeah. Because they like to put 저희 instead of 저희. Okay. I think you're gonna see 제 more often. 제. Yeah. Okay? Okay. So next one, haha. It's like laughing, like It's literally just like haha, okay? Haha, okay? 그러게요 is like, sure, of course. Let me just point this out too. If you look at this one right here, it's supposed to be 있는데요, right? 있는데요, right? But the reason why she's omitting yo part, because I think she's like a little comfortable to drop yo. To
With
make
him.
this, was that?
With him.
With him, yes.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
So you know how you said that like with younger girls and older guys,
Uh-huh.
they can do it because it's like they're closer.
Say it again.
That like you said that when it's like a younger girl and an older guy, they can drop formalities if they're like.
Yeah, you said like guys are more likely to let a girl like drop the yo or
Yeah,
drop
that's
formality.
that's very This kind of common actually. Like older guys, they like to have younger girls to drop yos, and I think older guys are more strict to like younger guys about this formality. I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think it came from like all this kind of like a Korean education system, because 선배 and 후배, which are like senior and junior relationship, it actually goes along from elementary school. Elementary school, like your characteristic is not really developed, but from middle school to like high school, especially in university and college level, this 선배 and 후배 relationship is very kind of like strong, and I think it's stronger when you get into like a same gender, like senior and like junior kind of relationship.
okay, so in that case, like are older girls also comfortable with letting younger guys drop the yo?
That I wouldn't really say yes on it.
I feel like that's different.
Yeah, I think because I don't know. It could be like really.
Maybe it's like based on like the person.
Okay, maybe this. It's like my personal kind of experience, but it could be different to other people. Once like guys go to like a military service in Korea, they treat it as like a저씨. They become like a little like older than like a young kiddo anymore, because they actually been through different kind of like experiences than other people, right? So once you actually go to military service and you get successful discharge from this military service, whatever, then you tend to be adult, and they're kind of proud of it. They're really proud of the fact they serve their countries, right? But once they get back to school, they're a little ashamed about it because they know the fact they're a little older than other people. So they don't want them to be like recognized as like older people to all this kind of school students. So especially to girls. So I think they don't want them to like use all this kind of formality towards to these.
Yeah, because it like serves as a barrier.
It kind of like creates the discrepancy going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is that something that like if you're talking to someone and they would prefer for you to be more casual than that, would they just tell you that, or is that more of like a reading between the lines kind of
Like
thing?
they'll literally tell you to girls, like girls, like juniors, like 편하게 해, just be comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
But I've never seen guys like saying that to
그래?
saying that to like same gender like
Or
juniors.
women to guys.
Like just guys from guys to women. They do it if they're younger than you, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But if you go to like some kind of circle, like like same interest, like club or whatever, or like student government, they do exist the senior and a junior relationship, although you have different gender going on. But usually in same class, whatever, like 오빠야 편하게 해. Yeah. If she is younger than these senior 오빠.
Okay.
Okay. But Gabby's going to the Yanse, you'll feel the vibe. You'll feel the vibe. Yeah. Although you don't use yo to oppa, they're not going to get angry to you. Of course, in the very first meeting, you need to actually follow the formality. But like after seeing like second time, third time, I'm like 99% I guarantee that they're going to ask you to drop yos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm also like technically younger.
Yeah, but they wouldn't really care. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of like a Korean culture. I'm not really sure about Japan. I think Japan is stricter, but
yeah, I'd
yeah.
say in this
like
the-
senpai, they call it senpai every time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like-
think so from
Yeah.
like Jenny's experience at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my friend group, we were all very informal with each other, but that's because like it was a mixture of like American, Korean, Japanese,
Okay.
Canadian.
Okay.
So it was more of just like informal. So
Well,
I
so-
don't think I'm a great case study on that one.
And like surprisingly, China doesn't really have strong senior and junior relationship.
Oh yeah.
I was very surprised. I thought they
Yeah,
will
I
be the
would've-
one
I would have
having the
assumed.
strongest the relationship like that. But yeah, I was
Yeah.
very surprised actually.
Yeah, I would have
So-
assumed too.
All right, so that's a little bit of Korean culture. All right, and okay, haha, sure. All right, and a, and after he's he successfully kind of like pull out this kind of like a mingling joke. He's like going forward and forward again. He's saying that like 실례 is excuse, okay? So when you'll be hearing this, like when someone is passing by and somebody bumped in you, and he or she will say that 실례합니다, okay? 실례 is excuse, okay? 되지 않는다면 means so remember like previous semester we talked about like if.
Mm-hmm.
So this 면 is actually representing this if how do you say that part, small part, how do you say it? It's not a sentence. It's how do you say it? Like it's not a whole entire sentence. I'm trying to like point out this part.
Oh,
I can't really.
clause.
No, not clause.
I know what you're talking
Like,
about.
in grammar, like you say like certain.
Yeah, I thought it was clause, but
Okay. Whatever. And this part, it's like try to like say that if
no.
not, then you want to like ask something, right?
Mhm.
So if not, excuse. And 되지 is just like a saying that like existence, right? So if not excused,
Mhm.
몇 is like how many, right? How many?
Mhm.
How is old, right? So how old? 물어봐도 될까요? Means can I ask you? Okay.
Oh.
Okay. So if it's not,
Wait, sorry,
It is not.
could you do that?
yeah,
again?
sure.
Sorry, I was
So
writing something.
excuse. So
Yeah.
if 않는 is having a negativity going on,
It's a
않는,
very complicated sentence.
it is very hard. Yeah, it's very hard.
So
Okay.
it's like if it's not too rude, may I ask your age?
If it's not too rude, may I ask your age?
Like how old you are.
Yeah, how old you are. Okay. So let's go again. 않는 is not. Okay. So this infinite form would be 않다. Okay. This is 않다. Okay. So 않는, like, so when you try to like make the like a if sentence, so you have to think about this infinite form first, and you gotta make this as adjective. So like making verb to adjective in Korean is really really simple. Just put this particle 는
Mhm.
or 은, okay?
Mhm.
But we're gonna go over it later. But let's say this is anta is a verb right here, right? It's infinite form of no,
Mhm.
like not happening. Like it contains a negativity going on right there, right? So 않는다면 means if not, okay? If not, if it is not, okay? If it is not.
Mhm.
And 실례 is excuse, right?
Mhm.
So if it's not excuse, which means if it's not rude,
Mhm.
okay? 몇 살 is what? How old? Age, asking age, right? How age, right? Yeah, go ahead.
I don't really get the 돼지 part.
돼지? Okay, 돼지.
돼지?
Okay. Alright. So this part we're all done, right?
Mm.
Okay, I'm gonna make this as infinite form again, okay? 실례가 되다. 실례가 되다 is like because of me. actually those are like a stuff that actually it's omitting. It's just actually removed. Okay. 신뢰가 되나 means like you could actually assume something, but because of something, it has been excused. It has been rude. Okay. It's been rude. Okay. So 신뢰가 되나 means like it brought like a bad influence, bad result.
Oh.
Okay. It resulted like a rudeness. Okay. So 되다 is become. Become. Okay. It's infinite form of become. 되다. Okay. 되다. So for instance, right? Like 개비가 의사가 되다. What is 의사?
Doctor.
Doctor. Yeah. 개비가 의사가 되다. That means like 개비 becomes doctor. Okay. 되다 is like just infinite form of become.
So Sheila is like rude.
Sheila is like rudeness or some like bad like result, or it contains like like negativity influence. Okay.
Basically, like the need to be excused for some negative behavior, essentially.
Exactly. Yes. It's kind of hard to like interpret in English because it doesn't really connect with English like the word and yeah. I mean, if
Like the only time you'd have to use it is in a negative sense. Like you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct. Yeah, that's
Okay.
accurate. Yeah, it's perfectly accurate. Yeah. Okay. So the reason why you're putting this shile because you are kind of assuming that this bad result is coming towards to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you're asking if it's not too rude. This whole thing, if it's not too rude, may I ask your age? Okay. So you guys kind of see how these kind of sentence becomes if it's not too rude, right? Okay.
So 물어봐도 is ask.
Yeah, okay. Right here. This infinite form is 물어보다. 물어보다. 물어보다 is simply put infinite form of ask. Okay? Ask a question. Ask a question. Okay? Just ask questions, ask a question, doesn't matter. Okay? Just ask. And 될까요? You could actually put here 되나요? Doesn't matter. Anything. Or 괜찮아요. 물어봐도 괜찮아요. You can also do that too. Okay? Okay? Okay, let's just go with this. I think this is really good sentence structure actually. Let's go over it, alright? 날씨가 좋지 않다면 수영장 안 갈 거야. Okay? 날씨 is weather, right? 가 is a particle, right? 좋지 않다는. Okay, so this right here, 좋다 is infinite form of good, right? 좋지 않다면, if not. Okay? Okay? If the weather is not good, 수영장 is a swimming pool. 안 is no. 갈 거야 is going. I'm not going to the swimming pool. I'm not going to swimming pool. Okay?
We're really advanced.
I know. Because you guys are pulling really good questions actually.
So that formation
Uh-huh.
of the 좋지, like
좋지 않다면?
the verb is always like in that chi form, like.
Okay, this is a little kind of like an exception form. Usually it becomes like after 는, because when you try to make a verb as an adjective.
So if I say
Try.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Let's say
Uh-huh.
불고기가 먹지 않다면.
What are you trying to say? 불고기.
Like if I don't eat it, 먹지 않다면.
먹지 않는다면.
않는다면.
So right here. Okay. 좋지. This okay. Try to follow this structure right here. This is kind of a little exception, okay? Usually 않는다면 is always right. Okay?
Okay, but why?
So 불고기. I'm gonna try. 불고기를 because you're eating 불고기. But this, the weather is a representing, like subjective.
Oh.
Okay? Like weather is something, but you don't have any control to do that, right? But this you can actually control it. You're eating 불고기, right? But this becomes an object.
Okay.
So 불고기를 먹지 않는다면, very good.
나는
어.
배고파요.
Okay.
No? Does that make sense?
Okay. Then here, you have to say 내가 first. 내가, because you're subject, right? But you are eating something with object right here, right? So 내가 불고기를 먹지 않는다면 고플 거야. This is future sentence.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, like, I
고플
will
거야.
be
Yeah. Because this is infinite form of 고프다. Okay. Remember 고프다? Like, you haven't really dated for a long time, so.
No, no.
고프다, right? Remember the expression? Yeah. Okay. All right.
I forgot about that.
So, if it's not too much of a complicated question, why is it 좋지 않다면 like an exception? Is it because of 좋지?
I think 않는다면 is more accurate.
Okay.
Yeah, 좋지 않는다면. And this will be 안 instead of 안. It's 못, right? Because 안 is like based on your willingness. You get to choose like go or not. But 못 is like you can't go.
못하겠어.
못하겠어 is like you just can't do it. But 안 할 거야 is like I'm not doing it. Right.
Okay.
Okay?